Well, hello everyone, and my apologies that I am late. I'm having a technical difficulty, which you may realise. I normally film on my iPad and my phone, but my iPad is just not playing ball. So that's why I'm late, and that's why you've now got me wobbly on this, and this is why you've now got me in portrait as opposed to landscape mode. So yes, I'm not quite sure how this is going to what's going to happen today, because yeah, always the way, isn't it? Always the way. But hello, if you're joining me. I don't know if I can see. How can I see comments? Oh, I don't know. But so I'm going to go off the cuff today, and I'm going to kind of hope that you can see what I can see. I don't know how we're going to do this. But hello and welcome. For those of you who don't know, I haven't got any of my flashing signs or anything. This iPad is just dying, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I'll worry about it. Well, not next week, because I'm not here. Oh no, I am here next week. I'm here next week. I'm not here the week after. But hello everybody joining me. And I'm sorry it's wobbly, because I've got it in my hand, because my stand is in place for me, so you can watch my hands as I live craft. But for those of you who don't know me, if I've popped up on your Facebook feed, my name is Natalie O'Shea. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, which means that all the products that I'm using today to show you how to make a beautiful card are made by Stampin' Up. It's an American company. We've been going over 30 years now, and 11 years, 12 years now in Europe. 12 years this year, I think. So yes, and I've been doing it 11 years. So in fact, 11 years next month is my birthday. So what have we got to discuss this time? So as per usual, if you leave me a comment, I can't see any comments coming up yet, but if you leave me a comment, then oh no, I haven't done last week's. Oh goodness me, this is not going well. What is it with Wednesday mornings? It's not going well. I haven't picked a winner. I'm going to pick a winner after this of last week's. I've even got a little card to remind me, and I haven't got down to that card yet today. And my jobs of things to do today. So yes, if you leave me a comment or you share this video and you comment that you've shared it, then you go in a draw to win a prize. Now, first of all, Linda Bunce, I've just found your prize that I didn't send last week, so I will get that in the post to you. Whoever wins this week's, or last week's as it was, I will message you, and I'll put a post in underneath this video as well once I've finished this and I've picked one. It's all not going well. But I have, in fact, a third stamp set. So if you weren't lucky 2 weeks ago, and you weren't lucky, well, you don't know if you're lucky last week or not, then I have a third set of these stamps to give away. So these are the Hugs from Shelley stamps that go in the stamp set. So you can't buy these. You have to have a Hugs from Shelley kit to actually get these. But you've got some birds on there, some flowers. You've got sentiments that are thank you and dear friend, for you, hello, some splodges, and a feather. A feather, you can't go wrong with a feather. So leave a comment or share share this video, and I'll get one of those out to the winning comment next Wednesday. So I tend to do them Wednesday mornings, and I tend to go through the comments. I pick a random number generator. It gives me a number, and I count down the amount of comments. So I will do that after this for last week, and then this week's will be picked next Wednesday, when hopefully won't be as frantic, but it will be, because it's the day before I'm going on holiday. So But how are you? I don't know if I can see comments or not. Don't know. Doing it on my phone is not good. So what have I got to tell you this week? So not a lot going on in June. Obviously the new catalogue has been launched, and you are all loving that. I've got a couple of kind of things coming up and reminders. So if you are on my mailing list, you got my newsletter out yesterday. And I shared a new type of class that I'm doing. So I've given my Stamply monthly stamps in the post kit, just a mix up, just because I have so many people telling me that one of the things they struggle with is colour coordination. Hi Jackie. So I am doing a class. So the early bird price is £15 and it finishes this Sunday. There's a blog post. So if you go to my blog, which is www.natalieoshay.co.uk/blog, and it's the latest post on there at the moment. Once this video is finished, I'll link it in the description below. But if you struggle with colour, you don't know what goes with what, you kind of sit there and you just use one colour, you don't know how to mix colours or anything like that, I am doing the theory of colour class. So there'll be a few videos in there and some samples, and we'll go through everything to do with colour, the theory of colour, what to use, what not to use, why things go together, why they don't go together. And I'm also giving you 450 suggested colour combinations, all Stampin' Up. So it's all specifically for Stampin' Up, so it's not general. So if you're after 450 colour combinations, including our in colours and a whole rainbow of colours, then that will be part of the class as well. And it goes out next week. But bookings for the early birds stop on Sunday at midnight. So Sunday the 30th of June at midnight. And all you need to do is fill in the form, send the £15, and that's it, you're in. And you'll get an email next week with the details of the class. And as I say, I'm going on holiday next Thursday, so it's going to be before then. I've started it. It's not quite finished yet, but I'm almost there. So I am off on the Stampin' Up incentive trip next week. We're actually taking 3 days in Rome. So the incentive trip is for 2 people. It's a fully paid trip, and it rotates around the world. So last year we went to Alaska. The year before, so that was the Americas. The year before that we went to Thailand, which was kind of the other side of the world. It's more kind of Australia and New Zealand, but that side of the world. So we are now back in for the Europeans. So we have a Greek cruise, and we are stopping. So the Greek cruise goes on Sunday, so not this Sunday, next Sunday. So Sunday to Sunday, but we are travelling out to Rome because it goes from Rome, which isn't really Rome, it's about an hour from Rome. But we're going to have 3 days in Rome beforehand because Damon and I have been to Rome twice. Once was for about 6 hours, and the other one was for a weekend, but it was a trip whilst we were in Sorrento. And we got engaged in Rome. All those years ago. So it was a kind of drop off. Here's a Trevi Fountain. You got half an hour, then get back on the coach, and we kind of went round like that. So we've never actually wandered round and kind of got a feel for Rome. Now we love everything Italian. We've been to Sorrento several times, and various places around Italy, and just love it. I mean, what's not to love about pizza and pasta and Prosecco? Oh, pizza, pasta and Prosecco. Ba-ba! So yes, we're off there. So next Thursday I'll be on a jolly plane off to Rome for a few days, just wandering, no real plans. We've got an Airbnb. Literally, we open the window and the Vatican is there. So we overlook the Vatican, which is rather cool. That's what I'm hoping. Whether the Airbnb picture is a little bit misleading or not, we'll find out. So hi, Ali. Ali and Polo. So I'm really excited, and it is getting a little bit stressful, but we've still got a week to go, so still 5 working days to go. And I do plan on being here next Wednesday, unless it all goes a little bit crazy, is the word I should probably use on here, in which case we'll see. But it's my plan to do so there we go. So that's it. So I won't be live. I'll be live next week, but not the week after. And that colour class, you have to sign up before the end of Sunday, the 30th of June, to get in with that. Hello, Lynn. How are you? So what else have I got to tell you? So a couple of things coming up in July that I've shed light on in my newsletter yesterday. So if you don't get my weekly newsletters, they have every week has a tutorial. And if you don't get them, then just sign up to them. Again, I'll put the link below once I edit this description, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the link underneath as well. Which, by the way, if you don't like my Facebook page, then click like, and when I go live, Facebook will tell you when I go live. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you subscribe to my channel, YouTube will tell you when I've uploaded a new video, which at the moment I'm doing twice a week. So I upload this Facebook Live, and then I do my Make a Card Monday, which is casing a card out the catalogue, out the Stampin' Up catalogue every week. So just to touch on July. So July we have a couple of things going on. So July we are having our bonus days promotion is back, which means that for every £45 you spend in my shop, and I can't tag up my little shop, but it's www.natalieoshea, NatalieOshea.stampinup.net. For every £45 that you spend in there, you get a voucher. The Americans, they call them coupons, but we don't have coupons, we have vouchers. So there's a voucher for £4.50 that you can spend in August. So it's practically free delivery if you spend once. But if you spend £90 or £135, then you get more than that, and you get more goodies for free in August. So that's coming from July the 1st until the end of July. So any orders that you place... Steph, you're on holiday. I've just seen you pop up. You shouldn't be watching while you're on holiday. In fact, why are you even awake? Mind you, it might be early morning there. But hello, everyone. So that's coming. So that's good. It's nothing like getting sort of 10% back on your order, really, to purchase freebies the following month. And we also have a new incentive if you want to come and join the clan. So we are a team of over 250 ladies now, and a splattering of men. That are all over the UK. We're actually the best performing team in the UK. When they read out the overall demonstrator sort of rankings from 1 to 10 last November, there were 4 stamping stars in the top 10. That was more than anybody else, any other team in the UK. So rock on the Stampin' Stars, woo! So we have a lot of fun. It's a great social. There's never any pressure to do anything. You can sit there and literally buy for yourself, or you can go through all the way to doing it full time. So obviously those ladies that got in the top 10 overall demonstrators in the UK they work a business. But we have everybody, as I say, from everybody who just kind of does it for themselves, from people who teach a few classes, they do garden a cuppa at their local sort of coffee shops and tea rooms and things like that. They do classes, or they just share a catalogue with their friends and family, and everything in between. So I have run this as whilst I've been working full-time. I was working full-time when I first started doing Stampin' Up, and obviously now it's my full-time job. So, and I've done everything in between. So whilst I've been working part-time and everything too. So, what's the deal? So if you join in July and August, you get to pick. So normally you get to pick £130 worth of goodies of your choice, whatever you want in the catalogue, clearance rack, anything you like, for £99. That's the deal that's available all year round. However, during July and August, you get to do that, so you can pick your £130, but they're throwing in an additional £25. So it's another stamp set, it's another die set, it's a few ink pads, it's whatever you want it to be. So not £130, but £155 delivered for just £99. But that's not all. They are also giving you £8 in vouchers to spend afterwards as well. So you get even more freebies as well. So if it's something you've been thinking about or something you want to learn more about, then just message me. There's no hassle. I don't sit there and pin you to the floor and beat you up until you sign the form at all. It's all completely casual, and it really is risk-free. There are some minimums to do, but that's kind of it. So if you join in July, they ignore the quarter, July, August, September. So if you join in August as well, so they ignore that. So your first quarter actually classifies as, what did I just say? July, August, September, October, November, December. So if at the end of December you haven't put through, whether it's your purchases or your sales, £270, that's catalogue price, that's not what you pay, because you will get a minimum of 20% discount, then 270 or 76 I think it is actually now, but let's go with that. If you do not put through sales of that by the end of December, then you simply drop. You do not need to give your starter kit back. You do not have to pay full price for anything that you've purchased. It really is risk-free. And I am Mrs. Cynical. I'm like, yeah, what's the catch? There really isn't a catch. So if it's something you've been thinking about doing, then come and join us. Come and join the fun. We go off around the country. We just have fun. That is our kind of middle name. And we are known. Lots of other sort of team leaders around the Stampin' Up have said to us, we are the fun team. Yay! Go us! So so those are two things that are happening in July. So bonus days, so 10% of your order back basically for every £45 you spend, and join up and get extra freebies. So £155 for £99. What's not to love about that? Craziness. But anyway, right, so I think that's kind of it. So I've forgotten to pull the stamps winner, but I will do that afterwards. I'm just having a quick look around because I'm going to have to move the camera and I am not going to be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm hoping that on my iPad I can at least get Facebook up and then I can see if I'm completely out of range. So if you feel sick or anything, get travel sick or anything like that, like I do, I'm actually going to, I don't know what I'm going to do, probably make a mess of this, but I am, and I might even be sideways, but we'll have a look at that in a second. I'm going to move my camera into my mount so that you can see my desk because we'll do some live crafting. Yay! So bear with me. So I'm going to hide my camera. There we go. So hopefully, I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's try that way. Oh. Right, so I don't know what you can see now. So I'm going to go on to Facebook on my iPad and see if I can see what you can see. And we can all see if I'm sideways or not. But I know there's a delay. So, and my stand's a bit wonky. So hold on, shut your eyes if you get seasick, 'cause I'm still moving. Oh, in fact, on Facebook I seem to be static. I think my iPad's just dying. What is going on with it? Bear with me. Error while loading. I think it's just dying. Right, hold on, let me look on another device, which I won't be able to see, so this will be fun. Are you still with me, everyone? Give me a thumbs up if you can see me. And until I can see me and I'm round the right way and I can see everything, we'll... So it's going to be interesting, isn't it? When technology doesn't work. When technology works, it's great, isn't it? But when technology doesn't work, it's not so great. Oh, I can't even see me now. Right, let's have a look on there. Am I here? Can you see anything? I might be talking to myself. Oh no, okay. Right, so I'm a bit wonky, aren't I? So right, hold on, bear with me. So if I go like that, see if that works. But I've got to wait to see if I can see it. Come on. So there's about a 7-second delay. So talk amongst yourselves. Give me a heart. Give me a thumbs up. Oh dear. Oh. Hey. There we go. Okay. So this could be fun. Right, let me do that. So at least I'm around the right way now, aren't I? Oh, I don't want to hear me. Get off. There we go. But can I make that bigger? I want to make it bigger. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm not going to be able to see that, am I? Oh, this is going to be fun. Anyway, so I can't see any comments. You can just about see me. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's better in my holder. Okay. So, where's my card? Here's my card. So, is it here? You can see me? Okay, I kind of need to just wait and map out my area. Oh, there we go. Here's me wiggling my camera. So this is a cut. So I'm going to base it on the fact that you can see this, and I'll have a look in a minute to see whether you can or not. So this is a card that I made on Monday. So this is using the beautiful A Little Lace stamp set, and you can see it. Good, you can see it. A Little Lace and the die bundle. Now, so I'm not going to show you how to do this, because if you want to see how to die cut this beautiful intricate pattern here, then you just watch the Monday video, which is I've linked to already. A little bit of heat embossing, this beautiful scalloped bottom. Nothing like having a scalloped bottom. But you can see how to use it there. So today I'm actually going to use a completely different, make a completely different card, but I am going to show you what it was like in lace. So we had our team training on Sunday, and I made them use this. Now the die is very intricate, so you do need to roll it round 3 times. You do need to stab out a few of the holes, but and it depends on your Big Shot or your die cutting machine what you use as to how many times and how much poking you're going to have to do. But I made these, and so this is all the new in colours basically. So exactly the same card. So these beautiful in colour embellishments, and the stamp set here, which is, you can see here, is called a Little Lace. Now that, actually, I want to say, yeah, you can't quite see it, but that actually goes around the bottom of there, so makes a pattern in there if you cut that, but up that way. But you've got there as well, you'll always be my friend, you know too much, you'll always be my friend, you mean everything to me, so happy for you. Just a little note to say hello, which I think is nice. You've got this flower design here, this big kind of spray here, which I think is gorgeous, and this heart as well. So that's the stamp set. And that's what was used, say, on there. But the dies that go with it cut out this beautiful kind of broider anglais look. So this is our Rococo Rose. And then you've got our Pretty Peacock. And then Seaside Spray. Terracotta Tile. And Purple Posy. That's it. Couldn't remember what they were called. So look at those. So aren't they beautiful? So a beautiful set to make. And I think this is Early Espresso. So I've stamped in Early Espresso, and we're going to be doing it in a second, but a kind of alternative. So stamped in Early Espresso. So I've just mounted with the Early Espresso. I have to say, if I use any colours on something, I have to have something else that goes with it. So in other words, so you've got a crumb cake base, so I've got to have crumb cake somewhere else. I've got crumb cake on that layer, crumb cake on the ribbon. The Early Espresso, so I've stamped in Early Espresso, so I needed a couple of layers. I also think the Early Espresso really pops that die as well, so you can really see it, whereas on lighter colours it could fade down a bit. On that Early Espresso it's like bang, looks really good, and all the colours go with it as well, so it's not black would work as well. So that's an Early Espresso. This is our Purple Posy, and again that's picked up in the embellishments and the edging of the ribbon as well. So what do you think of those? That's it. So I'm going to make a version of this card, but without the dies, because not everybody has a die cutting machine, not everybody has dies, but you can get this same look, a very similar look, but slightly differently, and that's what we're going to do today. So I have done a card base. Now for a change, I've actually cut it the lengthways as opposed to the other way, which is what I normally do. So I normally cut an A4 bit along the short side or down the long side, whichever way you want to call it. So you've got a forward opening like a book. But today I'm going differently. So as you know, I don't score my cards. I'm hoping you can see this. And I just fold it in half. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look to get that corner and that corner matched up, and this line here matched up. And as soon as I'm happy, then I get my bone folder and I just reinforce the fold that way. When I score, I always seem to be out 1 millimetre or 2, so I don't bother. So there we go. I mean, that's my base card with a beautiful fold, all job done. Now, what I'm going to do is put on a layer of Early Espresso. So all these layers are generally 1/2 centimetre smaller, or kind of 1/4 inch if you're in inches, smaller than the previous one. So this is ends up being 10.5 by 14.8 in centimetres. So this is 10 by 14.3. And I will do a blog post with these as well and put all these dimensions in. So you see it just leaves a nice border. There we go. So that's our Early Espresso on there. So if you don't want the die, if you can't be bothered to do the die or anything like that, Then pattern paper is an alternative. So this is the 2019-2021 in colour 6x6 designer series paper, pattern paper. And there are 4 designs, although I think I've used a lot of these because I actually did these for my swaps. This is the card I've made for my swaps to go on the, I have used most of them, to go on the cruise. So in the incentive trip, we do swaps. We make 26 of one thing. And I have used this and made this very card. I almost made the stupid mistake of doing 26 of them. Then I realised just how painstaking it might be to pop out all the dots if they didn't come out well. So I changed my mind and went, no, do you know what? We can just do it with pattern paper. So there's some of the colours. They're all two-sided, and there are another set as well, which in fact you can see here. So you get 4 designs. There's a slither of it. So for example, 4 designs. This is Rococo Rose. So you get the text and you get that pattern, you get that pattern, and then you get the gingham. So 4 different sides, 4 different patterns. And now I've lost what I'm going to do. Now there it is. Okay, so I'm going to go with this. So this I'm going to go. We're going Rococo Rose, and I prefer the other side. I have to say though, I'm more of a gingham fan now than I ever was after that beautiful gingham gala paper in the spring summer catalogue. So again, that is ½ a centimetre smaller. So 10.5, 10. So this is 9.5. That was 14.8, 14.3. So that's 13.8. So just right. Hopefully, I'm still back because someone's just phoned me because I forgot to turn my notifications off, of course. So let's see if I'm back in the room. I need to wait now to see if I'm back in the room. Oh, what a nightmare, eh, today? Well, at least you're still being able to see me. At least I'm still managing to do this, even if it is not how I'd like. Okay, I think I'm there. I think we've just gone back. Right, okay. So that is the base of my card. And I can put that to one side now. So now I'm going to do my stamping. And I'm actually going to use my Stamparatus. Because I like this, especially when I was making my swaps and I was making 26 of these. It was good. So you can see what I was doing there, but let's turn that over. So, right, so the stamps I'm going to use. So how to use your Stamparatus. I don't tend to put it in the corner. I tend to use my grid paper and put it there. And in fact, I'm just going to use 1 magnet. Again, I don't use 2 magnets because they go bing and rock together and smash. And I don't need to. I need 1. Let's go with those. So it means that I can stamp 2 stamps together, you see. So here's my spray, and I'm just going to place that however I wanted to, which was something. Oh, let's get rid of the hair. Something like that. And then I wanted, so my sentiment says, so happy for you. So I place that where I want to, crossing my fingers that I get that reasonably straight. But I think that's it. We're happy with that. So I'm going to pull my plate back and I'm going to stick my stamps to my plate. So we now know that's not going to move. They're not going to move. So as I said, I used Early Espresso ink pad and just inked that up. It's quite a fine stamp. So you kind of sit there and think, have I put ink on there or not? But I know this is quite a inky stamp. So there we go. So I'm going to move that back. Can you see this? Hopefully you can. And let's give it just use my finger. You could use your whole hand, I suppose. There we go. Now, I'm not entirely sure I like those. I might want them to be a little bit darker. So, I mean, it looks fine. And I am being a little bit OCD, but I'm going to just do another one. And this is the great thing with the Stamparatus. It means if I've made any mistake or a bit hasn't come up or I haven't inked it properly somewhere, that I can go straight back and do it again. That's better. Look at that, nice and solid, nice image. And then you would know if you were doing multiple, so if you were doing wedding invitations or thank you cards or anything like that, you would know that you'd cut all the paper to size or card to size, and you would know that you use that. So you could just sit there, bring in your next piece of card, put it there, do that, ink it up, and just keep going. That's one of the benefits of the beautiful Stamparatus. So we now have this. And then the next thing I did was I put some, look at this, how gorgeous is this? Hoping you can see this again. So this is a new ribbon, so it's crumb cake in the middle with an edge of in colour. So in this case we have Rococo Rose. But I love these, they're quite firm, quite, it's almost like a linen if you like. But I love these, and what I've done is, because it's so thick, I get my snail and just go down. It's the perfect size, don't know if you can see this. Perfect size for just going along and adding snail to, or tear and tape or anything like that, but not wet. I don't use wet adhesive, so I don't use my Tombow on this because it would seep through and then you could have kind of a staining. So a dry glue dots would work as well. And then I just put that across there. I am chopping off that bit there, but I want it kind of in between, and I'm not too worried about chopping it off. But I do want it to be straight. And then you see it sticks to there. Then I wrap it round, and because it's got the snail on, or the tape on, it sticks. Ta-da! Let me put my ink pad out the way because I've done that. Get rid of that. So that is 7 by 10, which is also quite a nice size, because you get, on an A4 piece of paper, you get 3 going across and you get 3 going down. So you get 9 out of each shape of A4. But it does mean that if you're mounting it, then you'd get less on the piece of that you're mounting it on, because you go 7.5 by 10.5, which is what that is. But, you know, I think if I went much smaller, it might not fit, because it's quite tight as it is. But if you did 6.5 by 9.5, then you could mount on 7 by 10 and all would be good with the world. But, oh, I've done a very small border there, just a tiny slither. Yours will be slightly bigger than that. There we go. So this I use dimensionals, so 3D foam tape to add. Oh, look at that. Still using up my kit ones. So I put 1 in each corner. It's not a huge piece of card, so 1 in the middle is sufficient. Let's put my fingernail in there and get rid of those. So I hope you're leaving me comments. I can't see them, but I'm going to go and look back afterwards. So bring back in my card, make sure I've not got it upside down, and then just place this in the corner. Now with this pattern, it's quite good because you could use the lines of the pattern to make sure that you're kind of where you need to be. And I just lay it down. I haven't applied any pressure. I want to see if that's straight. I'm going to say it's not straight. So I can move it about a little bit. There we go. That looks quite straight there, looks quite straight there, looks quite straight there. Then I apply my pressure. And we're almost there, look at that. So you could do rhinestones or anything that you like here, but I do love these 2019 to 2021 in colour faceted dots. I like it so much, I've lost one. Oh no. Okay, so using these. Oh, come on. So you get different sizes, 1, 2, 3 sizes, all of the 5 colours, and 2, 4, 6 of each colour. And I'm going to use tweezers and hope that they don't ping everywhere. And I did change my mind as I was doing this, so you can see. Let's bring in another one I did. Here's one I did earlier. So this is a seaside spray one with the pattern paper, and perfect sizes, look, for the centres of those. And I did put one down here, so always an odd number, 3 or 5, but because I kind of wanted to drag the eye, always sort of a triangle, wanted to drag the eye down to the sentiment. But I did change my mind as I started making my swaps, and, come on. Nope. So that one in the middle of there, and again I don't pop it down too tightly, I just kind of get it off there, then I move it around, and when I'm happy with it, then I apply the pressure. Then a middle one goes perfectly, as if it was made to go there. But then I decided that I like the little one in there. So the centre of the 3 flowers then. Because you kind of get dragged down to the eyes well, and then you've got your 3 focal points, which is this, the ribbon and the sentiment. So 1, 2, 3 focal points as well. So here's those. What do you think to that? Now, while you're not seeing or I'm not seeing what's happening. While the delay's on, I'm just going to have a look, make sure there's no questions or anything. If you've got any questions, you can write them below. But hold on, let me have a look at here. Please don't make a noise. That's me, not you. I don't want to hear myself. Ah. So hello everybody, so lots of new people joining. Tell me where you're from. Where are you from? I know we have a lot of Aussies that join us. Linda is falling in love with this stamp set. Lynn's just had a read this bundle. Now I'm very excited to use it. It is, do you know what I do love this. I think it's so simple, but how intricate is that design, and so easy to use and just beautiful. And I like the in colour papers as well, just super nice, super nice colours. So you probably won't be able to see all this if I do this, but same design, but just switched up a little bit. So what do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you love it. I love it. I loved it so much, I did it as my swaps. And I suddenly went down to the West Country. But that's kind of what I've got for you this week. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I have no idea. Let me see what I'm supposed to be doing next week. Oh, we're in July. It's already nearly July. What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, Daisy Lane. I love Daisy Lane. So you'll have a make a card Monday from me using Daisy Lane on Monday, and then Wednesday we'll Facebook Live. We'll make something with the Daisy Lane stamp set as well. So gotta love that. Right. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. I think I've been reasonably short this week. Well, I think so, but I don't know if I have. I'll have to fix my bits and bobs as to why we're not working and see what's happening. So hopefully we'll be all right next week. But if you are shopping online, don't forget to use the monthly online host code. If you don't know what that is, then again, there'll be a link below once I've finished. Or you can just go to my website, www.natalieoshea.co.uk. And if you go in the top left-hand corner, it says online host code, and you can read all about it. You basically get a gift and a thank you card from me for placing your order, so you don't want to miss out on that. And yeah, so if you haven't got a catalogue, then just fill in the catalogue form on my website as well, and I'll get one out to you. But good things happening. I hope it's all kind of a bit grey and drizzly over here today, but my understanding according to my weather app is it's going to be nicer this afternoon. So thank you for joining me for another Watch Me Wednesday. Don't forget to leave your comments and share the video to be in with a chance of winning that last final Hugs from Shelley kit. And yeah, I'll be back next week with Daisy Lane, apparently. So there you go. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'll answer any questions by going over to my computer, and my apologies, it was not quite as professional and swish as it normally is, although I never really claim to be professional or swish. But there we go. Right, now I need to move the phone again to try and stop the video, or I could just put my face under and go, hello, and try and stop it this way. Finish. How about that? It's my finish button. Right. Bye, everyone.